nilifika grade 7. Na ile changamoto ilitumanga hata nisisome ni juu ya changamoto tu ya wazazi ya kukunywa. Nikona tu niachane na shule. Nikapatana na mtu akanizalisha, akauliwa, akaniachia watoto 3.
Kuna watoto 3 wasichana na kijana mmoja. Na hao watoto kuwalea tukiwa kwa hizi slums inakuwa ziko na changamoto mingi sana. Nilifika class 8, kanibidi mpaka nika make choice ya kuoleka yenye sikuanga nimefanya ndio watoto waweze kukula.
And oh, my soul so weary.
My name is Lilian Kamegwe. I am a mother of 1. I am a teacher by profession. I am a co-founder in Destiny Shapers. And Destiny Shapers was started in the year 2013. That is the time we registered with the Ministry of Gender and Social Services. We enrolled our programs in 2014 February. I come from a dysfunctional family where I had both parents, but my dad was an alcoholic, and most of the time he could send us away. And it reached a time where my mom was not even allowed to come to see us. And it also exceeded where my dad decided that he no longer needed us, so he disowned us and sent us away to look for our mother. After my parents passed on, my aunt took me, and I was under her, and she really mistreated me. And when we started Destiny Shapers, we really wanted to look for vulnerable children who are going through some of the things that I went through.
My name is Esther Nyawira Mwangi. I am married and I'm mother of 3 children, 1 boy and 2 girls. I'm also a teacher by profession, a high school teacher by training, and I am glad to be able to be a co-founder of this program by God's grace. We are working with an international organization whereby I was a social worker. And my day-to-day work involved visiting the children, learning the challenges they are going through, following them up on absenteeism. And as I went to the community, I could come and share with her. One time I remember very, very well when I visited a parent, and she had just delivered twins, and one had just passed on. And therefore finding a child who has passed on, another one is there, they don't have food, they have nothing, they have no clothes for the baby. And I was wondering, what can I do? Yet, where I'm working, they only cater for the sponsored child. They don't cater for the parent, nor the siblings. And this one kept bothering me so much. And as the need continued, and as I continued to share, that is the time we felt the need.
Korogocho slum is the 4th largest informal settlement and borders the largest dumping site in Nairobi, the Dandora dump site. The open spaces in Korogocho, like any other informal settlement, are also few, thus limiting recreation and other forms of leisure opportunities for young people. Inadequacy of education and favorable recreation facilities has increased the utilization of alcohol and substance abuse. Having gone through some of these challenges, Lilian and her partner Esther saw the gap in education in the slum and the struggles parents go through in an effort to provide for their children and at the same time educate them in this neglected slum of Korogocho. Faced with all these realities, they embarked on a mission to salvage Korogocho.
My name is Nyabuto Mache. I'm a senior chief working here in Korogocho location. The environment being that we have alcoholism as an issue of concern here, drug abuse as an issue of concern, school dropouts as an issue of concern, extreme poverty being an issue of concern.
Nilipika changa, maisha yangu iliendelea tu hivyo. Ndio mimi nalea nayo watoto wangu.
Mtu anamaliza shule, anaingilia ukahaba ama anaingililia madawa ya kulevya, na vijana wanaingililia kuiba na hata na kufanya mambo ya drugs.
Shosho alikuanga na watoto 11. Wamekufa karibu wote, sasa wamebaki 4. Kuna wale waliwacha watoto wao, na watoto tena wakazaa na wengine tena wakakufa. Sasa makazini zangu kuna wale wamekufa. Makazi nikiangalia nikawa wamebaki kitu 6. Sasa tunaendanga huko dumping Dandora. Tunaenda tunachukua, tunabai karatasi kama hii. Tunauzia nguo 1 bob. Tukishauza 1 bob, tunazifua huko chini. Na tunauzanga kama tumepack 10. Kuna watu wanakujanga, tunauzia roll moja 30 bob zikiwa 10.
Due to minimal education opportunities, the unemployment rate is very high, with most employed as casual laborers in seasonal jobs. Some of the tasks include washing clothes, carrying heavy loads in the markets, pulling handcarts, draining the pit latrine, and garbage collection. Most of them can hardly make ends meet, and some go for days without food. Some parents get so overwhelmed and end up in drinking dens and neglect the children, who become street children.
Mam anafanyanga kazi ya hoka, na saa zingine anasumbuliwa na kanjo. Sasa akikuja home hajauza sana. Hatuwezi pata chakula ya kutosha. School fees analemanga kulipa.
And then when we started, we said one of our core values that we want to dependency on God. This is a core value that we value because we said we don't have a donor, we don't have people, we don't have sponsors. So we learn to depend on God. We also decided we need also to transparency, because this is something that we realize as we work with the parents. Some of them, they are not transparent. Some of them will lie, I'm not married, I'm an orphan. So we said we want to teach them also on transparency and also truth. Some of the 3 things that we do is education, we do parental empowerment, and we also do health and nutrition. I want to talk about parental empowerment. And in this one, as I said, what drove us so much is that we also wanted to do something on the whole family approach. And we decided to do with the soft skills. We could call some resource people who can talk about financial literacy. As much as they're getting rich from money, can they learn how to manage it? Can they learn a culture of saving in a small way? It could be 10 shillings per day. It could be 5 shillings per day. We also welcome people. We partner with some organizations like Tereda's Home. They come and train them on sexual harassment and sexual abuse and all that. Even as we look forward to adding more skills like detergents making, tailoring, beadwork, among others. Another thing that we've also been able to do is integration of these skills with the siblings. Like now we started a camp by the grace of God, also by collaborating with other organizations. Currently we are working with DCI, that is Dignified Children International. And in these camps, one of the things we do is character molding. And therefore we want to build a very good foundation on the children, their siblings, as well as their parents. And we've seen a lot of change in our parents, and we are so grateful, and we feel so indebted by the things that they are able to do.
Mimi nilikuwa nakunywa sana, alafu watu wakakuja kunisaidia, Teacher Esther na walimu wengine. Wakachukua huyo mtoto wangu juu nilikuwa mlevi sana. Hadi kwenye mtoto wangu alipeleko singeweza kupanda stairs. Nilikuwa naenda juu ya kutetemeka na anguka. Alafu saa hizi mtoto wangu ameendelea kimasomo.
One of the pillars is education, where we have trained teachers in the classes, and also we have the students who come to school every day searching for knowledge.
1, 1, 11. 1, 1, 11. 1, 2, 12. 1, 2, 12.
Education is a strong pillar for these vulnerable children, and Destiny Shapers recruits from the very poor and vulnerable who have reached school-going age.
Very good.
The kids are empowered through academic excellence, talent building, and spiritual nourishment.
Teacher Margaret. I started with those children which are in class 4 now, and they were very few. We had only 2 classes. These children come from vulnerable homes. They lack so many things in life. So when they came here, you can get a child, she or he doesn't have even a pen. You as a teacher, you are supposed to search, you are supposed to buy even one. You carry with you a pencil, just in case a child lacks a pencil, you can give out. We are also telling them to work hard. We tell them if they work hard today, tomorrow there'll be somebody like these big people we are seeing. Despite the fact that they are staying in Korokocho, does not mean their life will remain here in Korokocho. If we lay a very good foundation, it is a good foundation that cannot be destroyed very easily.
Most of the children, they come from a background that do not even know what Christian values are. So we have impacted Christian values in these children. We have taught them how to pray. They can now pray even on their own. They are from a background that they have to struggle for their survival. And everything that they see, they have to fight for it. They have to scramble for it, even if it's food. So we tempt them and tempt their discipline and their behavior to understand and be patient, even if it's about the food that we put on the table. They should have manners and be satisfied with the portion that I give to them. They don't pick from the others. They don't eat others' food.
Nilipoingia hii shule, singeweza kuandika, singeweza kusoma, singeweza kuandika hata jina langu. Lakini walimu walikuja wakanifundisha kuandika. Sasa naweza andika jina langu mimi mwenyewe.
My name is Abigail Wahu. These are my parents. When I grow up, I would like to be a doctor, a singer, and I have a memory verse. Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she will have a son, and are to name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins.
Katika Destiny Shapers imeleta mabadiliko kubwa, hasa tukiongea kwa hii kijiji yetu. Ukiongeenda tu unasikia kila mtu akikwambia mtoto wangu anasomeanga wapi. Unaona tabia yao sio kama hizi za wengine, wako una utofauti.
Learning at Destiny Shapers is greatly enhanced by the virtue of the feeding program. It is a key motivator for the children to attend school on a daily basis. The school provides porridge for breakfast and a balanced meal for lunch. This has contributed greatly to the health of the children.
Sasa hizo vitu saa zingine tunakosa mchele, tunarudia githeri. Saa zingine tumekosa unga, tumerudi tena kwa githeri. Saa zingine tuko na mchele, tunarudia mchele. Sasa tunarudianga saa zingine chakula kama aziko zingine.
Unapata mtoto zile shule watoto hawakuli, mtoto hana chakula, anajiuliza ataenda kusoma ama ataenda kulala kwa class.
Sasa tunafurahi wakiwa shule, sababu unaona sasa wakiwa shule hatuhitaji maneno za lunch lakini sasa vile walikuwa wako huku ndio tulikuwa tunaona kivumbi. Wale watoto wanakula wanakula kabisa.
Saa zingine unaweza pata mtoto hapo kwa jikoni anakwambia Madam Akinyi, leo si kukula chochote. Sasa venye amekwambia kukula chochote inabidi, kama unga tulilala nayo inafaa by saa 2 kamili hiyo uji kwa class. Wakitoka parade wapate hiyo uji kwa class akunywe ndio aanze masomo.
Many people ask me why I started something in Korogosho, or why we started. Was I born in Korogosho or where is it? But I want to just give clarification of the number of kinds of parents that we have in Korogosho. We have those ones that, for example, they could be commercial sex workers. So what they do, they drag the children before they go because they have no one to take care of the children. We also have another category whereby the parent is a thief, not because of anything, but they don't have anything. So these are parents whereby at night the children have never seen their dad or maybe their mom.
Supporting children in Korogosho is a process. It's not an event. It's a day-to-day business, and that my office sometimes is a referral office. I've severally and many times referred some children to Destiny Shapers for counseling.
We registered our organization as a community-based organization. Reason why? Because we want to work with the community. May it be in the administration, may it be the leaders of the community, may it be the parents, the neighbors. We want just to work with the community as a whole.
Ngure Mungai is a testimony of how Destiny Shapers is changing not only the school children and their parents, but also the community at large. He started as a hawker at the market, but later joined criminal activities.
Nikaingilia kazi ya wizi, kupora watu hivi, tukiwa na vijana wengi. Kwetu tumezaliwa tukiwa watu 9, wavulana 5, wasichana 4. Ambapo wavulana 3, 2 wamekufa juu ya hiyo wizi. Mimi nikashikwa, nikapelekwa jela, nikakaa mwaka 6. Mimi kutoka nikaona maisha ya jela siwezani nayo. Mimi nikarudi kijiji, nikaanza kufanya kazi za mjengo, kuchunga shule hivyo. Nikakuja nikaandikwa dakika ya mwisho nikamalizia na hapa Destiny. Sasa nafanya kazi nao. Asioni maisha ikienda mbaya.
Maisha yangu hapo ilikuwa imeanza kuenda kombo sijiwezi. Na nikienda wakina Raila walinipea usaidizi. Hata wakati hiyo walikuwa wananiletea chakula kwa nyumba, hata school fees walikuwa wamesema vile nimesapata shida hivyo Raila asome tu alipi school fees. Imefika wakati tena maisha ilinilemea kabisa. Waliniitia mama mwingine alikuwa kama huduma wangu. Tuliongea naye, alafu alisema biashara gani ndio mimi naweza kuanza nayo. Nilisema mimi naweza kuanza kuuza samaki. Hiyo samaki vile alinipea 5,000 nilianza kuuza hiyo samaki. Tangu alinipea hiyo pesa. Sasa hii mimi na Raila hawezi kukosa pesa yake ya school fees, hata watoto wanaweza kukula.
Sasa watoto hata ukiwaangalia ni watoto wako vizuri sana, na ni watoto hadi wakikaa unasikia bado wanapiga hadi stories za Mungu sana. Wananiambia wanafundisha ngo Destiny.
Ninashukuru kwa sababu ya mtoto wangu Veronica, ni kwa ajili ya Destiny Shapers mahali imemfikisha. Huyo mtoto amelelewa kwa maandiko ya Mungu, amelelewa kwa njia za kumtegemea Mungu. Pia ninashukuru ni kwa sababu walimu hao wanatufunza ati unafaa kukua role model kwa watoto wako, ndiposa wakiona yale mambo unafanya pia wao watakufuata.
Wanatuambianga mama, tulisema hii memory verse, na unaona wanaisema bila kuangalia mahali, so unapata pia hata kwa kiroho ni wale wanakuzwa kabisa.
My name is Azak Njane. When I grow up, I like to be an engineer.
Wanipatia mambo mzuri ya maisha yangu, na hata mimi mwenyewe bado naendeleza kupatia hata vijana wengine maadvice za uhalifu sio mzuri.
Watoto wananisaidia kama school fees, wanagaramia kaa ni uniform wanagharamia, saa zingine wanatuokolea hadi chakula. Sijaona ubaya Destiny, na Mungu awabariki sana, azidi tu kuongezea.
So despite all this that we are doing, we've also encountered a number of challenges, one of them being insecurity. So when we came to this place, we were new, very new. We didn't know anyone, and as a result, they also knew we are new. And we got mugged. Our things were also snatched, our phones, our laptops, and therefore it was very hard for us. But even in small duties like painting, we also incorporate those people that we know these are our enemies, and therefore we become friends more than enemies. And this one has been, at least we've been able to solve. We were affected by the new curriculum, competence-based curriculum, because the textbooks that we had, we were told now we are supposed to get new ones, and as a result our parents cannot buy simply because they cannot afford. Another challenge that we have currently is that the number of children who want to join are many as compared to the resources we have. And therefore we are appealing to the local sponsors and also international sponsors. If someone can just pick a child, maybe you can walk, mentor them, probably pay the literal school fees on what you can afford for them. And even maybe, for example, you could be having even clothes or something, and you can adopt this child and say, I will work with this child as my son, I will work with this child as my daughter. We are appealing to people, maybe they come and join us. This is a great venture, these are a great work that we are doing. We are so encouraged, we are so, feeling that it is a great work that is changing lives and also future generation. And in future you'll be able to curb the crime, like stealing, like killings and all that which happens here, abortions, early marriages. All this can be curbed through such a venture, like giving education, giving training, among others.
The other challenge that we have is space, where our classes are very congested because they are very tiny. And even the playground where we do our morning devotion, the place is very small. So we need a larger space where we can have a playground of our own, and even spacious classes.
Tunaomba kama madonors ile tunakosa kama sahi wako class 4. Hatuna sehemu watoto wakiingia class 5. Watasoma wapi?
If change or impact could be measured in kilograms, then we will be able today to measure several kilograms of change that Destiny Shapers has brought in terms of transforming and supporting children in this community.
Finally, we want to appreciate people who've stood with us because by our own we could not have come this far. By our own we could not have reached to all these children, 150, and making sure that every time they get education, every time they get the meals they get. So every person who've given in terms of monetary, in terms of kind, we just want to say thank you so much for what you're doing.
Please, wherever you are, support Destiny Shapers, support Korogocho children, because they are needy, they are vulnerable, they are really children who expect support, and they are children who, as partners, we are trying to ensure that their rights are respected as by the laws of this country.
I would like to invite everyone to join us. You can give both financially and also in kind. For instance, you can give the foodstuffs, both grains, fruits, and even the dried things like maize, beans. You could also give clothes. Maybe you have clothes both for parents and also for children. All of them are welcome, so long as they are in good shape. We are also welcoming people to give their skills. You can always come and invest in these children and come and do for them things like chapati, or even help in cooking, or even in teaching. Whichever way that you feel this is my career and this is my skill, you can come and give. For example, like artists, and even during the camps, we want more people to come and also mentor these children.
That was changed.
For those who are writing checks, you can do to Equity Bank, Kariobangi, and you can do to Destiny Shapers CBO, Kariobangi, Equity Bank. We also have M-Pesa, and you can do to pay bill number 361 500, Korogocho children. If you're giving food stuff, you can say hashtag food, hashtag desk, whatever you're giving. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you as you join us. I look forward to seeing you visiting us. I look forward to receiving your emails and also maybe commenting and also liking our page. Thank you so much. God bless you and have a wonderful time.
Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am the life that was changed.